In Europe, everything is, in a way, really slowed down. Sundays are actually off for like everyone. It's it goes to the point where you can't really go shopping for anything since all the stores are closed on Sundays. People spend the time to make their homes a real home that their children's children will live in. They decorate it, they make sure everything is in its proper place, and they have their routines that they fall into where they do everything the proper way, the proper European way. The houses are made of stone. I mean, it depends on which country you're in, but the country I'm in, the houses are made of stone. The windows are really nice quality. The doors are really nice quality. Everything is heavy and hard to break. And everyone is careful with water and electricity and using anything. Everything is organized in its proper place. If someone were to move into a new apartment, they would spend their time making sure everything is in a nice looking place, that if they have visitors over, it'll feel proper and nice. It's just a lot more focus on permanent wellness rather than temporary satisfaction, rather than buying fast food because it's convenient. They will take the time to go to the restaurant with their friends, have the right utensils, the right plates or bowls, and the proper food that they like. And they'll be clean and slow, and they'll talk lots, and then they can go do their work. And that's not to say that they're lazy and slow. When they do their work, they do it well, they do it efficiently, rather than wasting all their time just staring at a blank computer screen or whatever. It seems to me they're working hard because that's the proper thing to do. And in a way, that's in a lot of ways, it's a lot better than America, or I mean, North America. It's just totally different ideals. And instead of worrying about, we need freedom, we need this quick, we need money, blah, 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 the Europeans need their dignity. That's what they care about. They care about their dignity, their cleanliness, the order. And it's nice. Everything's clean. People aren't rushing around, depending on if it's a big or small city, of course. Going to Paris, people were definitely rushing around, but they had, I think it was Tuesday off. It's hard to go anywhere. It's hard to find food because everyone is closed down, everyone is relaxing. It's just these interesting social contracts that come up after thousands and thousands of years. You make a real culture, you have a foundation to rest on, and they keep their foundation clean. They keep it very clean. The people are really nice, almost always happy. The food is obviously really great. think it's fair to say that I like Europe. But there's a few things that, with those upsides of being cleanly and orderly and all that stuff, there are the downsides of spending so much time doing this and everything has to be right, and people are a little bit more strict. And for example, if you go to school, then if the teacher is talking, you're not allowed to talk. You just listen to the teacher. And it kind of feels more stifling, like the teacher is always right, the authority is always correct, and you listen to the authority, and there are the facts, and the facts are the facts, and there's nothing you can do about that. Versus America, North America, it's way more. People have their own opinions. The teacher has the teacher's opinion. The government has the government's opinion, and you have your opinion, and it's not necessarily wrong. It's just that we don't agree with it. But in Europe, it's you're wrong and we're right. And the cleanly way is the proper way, and that's the way we're going to do it. And it kind of, I don't know, I can understand a little bit more of European history because I'm here. I can understand why, well, I can kind of understand why some of the things happened that happened in the past here. It's just because they're willing to listen to what people tell them a lot more. This person is the bad guy, this person is the good guy. And we don't want the bad guys here. I mean, obviously, it's a country, it's not just a single person, so different people have different opinions, but it's just shifted. Everyone is shifted in that direction. Versus in North America, everyone is shifted towards freedom and independence and being their own person. And so it kind of seems like in America, there isn't really any culture at all, which is a joke that a lot of Europeans make. And it's just culture isn't the priority of America. It's not to have a foundation. The priority of America isn't to be clean and proper. The priority is to be free, to make your own decisions about what you want to do. If you want to be clean, that's your choice. And there's some problems with that because if other people are dirty, they make the streets dirty, blah blah blah, then you have to walk in their filth. And that's annoying. That is. It really is. I can say that firsthand. And if people make boring houses made out of wood that are going to burn down within 10 years, then you have to deal with the annoyance, all the annoyances that come with that. Really, just basically everything in North America is made to be used and then thrown away. And most things in Europe are meant to be used over and over and over and over again until it literally just cannot be used anymore. And then you throw it away after that. One really cool thing about Europe is the churches. They look so nice. But the problem with that is that you have to spend a whole bunch of money, and they're made long, long time ago. And churches like that aren't usually built anymore. And someone's got to pay the money to build the church, and so you need the the tithes. People need to pay for it, and so in America, there are churches. There's cool churches, I'm sure. I've never seen a cool church in North America. They are all the ones I've seen are very boxy and mediocre. What I really like is the marble statues and the huge, intricate designs, and the windows that are made of colored glass. And it's just all, it's like a big piece of art just to look at. And that's really cool about Europe. And you don't really have that in America that I've seen. But again, it's the order. It's this needs to be done in this way, and so that is how we will do it. And it takes people coming together and deciding to do that. And it takes that kind of culture. I think it takes the we will collectively do this. I've been here for like 10, 15 days, I think. And it feels like a good 2 months just because of how many different memories I have from such a short span. Literally, just everything is different. The air is different, the plants are different, the roads are different, the signs are different, the languages are different, the people are different, the buildings, what the buildings are made out of, what everything's made out of, the different events, all the different places you can go to. The distances between places is so short. You can go to like 5 different countries in 5 hours, depending on where you are, of course. And I'm only scratching the surface. Even just going to Paris, you could spend months or years in Paris, and you could find out new things about the city every day. It's got so much depth to it. Whereas in North America, we didn't have any buildings 500 years ago. That's just not a thing. And our our like our North American culture doesn't prioritize culture. It doesn't prioritize having cool buildings or doing sort of cool things for the future. We prioritize doing fun now and freedom now. It's just the way people speak in Europe is different than in America. The words used, just everything is pointing towards their way of thinking. And it seems so natural to them, and it just seems so weird to me. Isn't it really cool?